Hello everyone, it's Marcy here from Stampin' with Marcy. I am here today with brand new lighting that I'm still trying to figure out to get the best look for you guys to see. Today I'm going to be creating this super cute little Easter basket with you that uses the We Must Celebrate stamp set, the Bloomin' Love stamp set. I'm using the Kisses and Hugs from that. And then the I'm doing the basket from the Picnic Basket Builder Framelit. So it's this framelit here, and then this piece here actually embosses it. So let us get started. I'm just loading up so that I can see comments. Please say hi if you have joined me. Let me know where you're watching from. It's another snowy day here in southwestern Ontario. So I'm certainly hoping that it stops soon. I'm tired of all this snow. So to get started, I am going to be just stamping this little bunny image here and just on the end here, and then I'm going to set him aside to dry for just a few minutes. I'm using my Memento ink because I'm going to be using my Stampin' Blends. So hopefully I've got all of the bunny on. Yes, I do. Good stuff. So I'm going to set him aside. Now, it is not showing up on my iPad. Oh, there we are finally. It wasn't showing up at all. So pop in and say hello. So let's just pop this aside for a moment. And I am going to pull in my Simply Scored scoring tool. So to create the base of my box here, I have a piece of Sahara Sand cardstock that is cut at 4 inches by 4 inches, and then I am going to score it at 1 1/4 on all 4 sides. And that's all I need this for, so I will put that away. So then you're going to take and burnish with your bone folder all of your score lines. Just like that. And then you're going to take and cut up on each side, flip it around. Okay, and then I like to tuck this middle piece back so it is not in my way at all. And then I'm going to just miter these sides here by just taking a smidge off. I came on earlier today than last week. Thursdays are going to be my Facebook Live days because it works out best for me. Okay, you can see that there's a little bit of a gap in between these. That's going to make it so that it folds in together a little nicer. So anyway, so I decided that Thursday was going to be my day, and last week I did it after supper. but I am unavailable this evening. So I thought, well, let's just pop on in the afternoon and see how that goes. If I get anybody that is available to be watching. I want to remind everybody that the new celebration items that were added are live today. You can get them. Stampin' Up! Likes to add just a few more goodies the very tail end of the promotion. So they are annual catalog products, but they have a special code. So if you're wanting to get one of those as your reward with a qualifying celebration order, make sure you enter the proper code. I have it posted on my blog, so that way you can see what the code is if you're shopping in my online store there. So we're just going to peel off the backing from my tear and tape here. So then what I do is I set it flat and I fold the one corner up and then fold the other in. And then you can see that that is now secure. So let's do that on the other side. Okay. And there we go. So that's a nice little size box that will fit one of these the Cadbury Cream Egg. They've switched the way they've packaging them, so they are now have this weird little tab. They're no longer wrapped in foil like they used to be. So, but it still fits in there. I've got a little bit of Ready Shreddy in there as well. So next I am going to take my basket framelit here and the embossing part. This piece does not cut. It just embosses the image into the cardstock. So I'm just taking a cut off strip of my Sahara sand. You can see that it's going to fit. I need two of these, one for the front and one for the back. So I'm just going to take it off screen here to my big shot and crank it through. Try not to jiggle my desk too awful much. One, and there, two are die cut out. So then, after it's die cut out, then I'm going to just, you can see that it fits just perfectly for the bottom. So I'm going to put that. My magnetic plate really helps to hold that in place so that way it doesn't move around and I get that nice basket texture on it. I had seen online somebody else had done a smaller version with the basket weave folder that is the level 2 celebration item that's bundled together with the flower basket stamp set. So I thought, oh, I'm going to see if I can't rework that and make it a little bit bigger so that I could fit more treats in it. So next I'm going to take my cable knit embossing folder and just a 5.5 inch strip of the Sahara sand, and it is 1.5 inches wide, and I am just going to put it on one of these cable images in the impressions in the folder. Carefully fold it down so that it stays secure, because I don't want it to be crooked. And then I'm going to put it into, I've switched my magnetic platform out for my regular platform, and I'm just running it through the embossing folder. Okay, and there you've got it. So there's your handle for the basket. Now it's straight like this. So I find if you just take your finger and the heat of your hand and just gently work it back and forth, you can see that it's curling it, so that you get that curled look of an actual basket handle. Just like that. Pretty easy peasy. Okay, so the front of the box, I am just going to put some more tear and tape on that. Might as well put some on the opposite side as well while I've got it out here. Okay. And I seem to be having technical difficulties. I hope that I am still live. My iPad that I've got set up here is not showing. It's a blank screen. So I hope that you guys can see me. Hi, Jenny. You're showing on my phone, but you're not showing on my iPad that you're here. My iPad shows just a black screen, so I'm having issues today, I guess. So there you have it. There's the front and the back. And then to add that little handle, all I'm going to do is take a couple pieces of my tear and tape, and with my silicone mat, because it does not stick. I think this is one of the most invaluable items in my craft stash. I use it every single day. So then you're just going to take it and put it as far down as you want in the center there. Flip it around and do the same thing on the opposite side. So there, we've got our little basket is almost done being created. Excuse me. So I'm just going to scoot that garbage in the bin there. So to do his little, the kisses and hugs, again, that is from the Bloomin' Love stamp set. And I am just going to, because it's photopolymer, I'm going to pull in my paper pierce mat and ink it up. Again, I've got another little strip, and just There we have that. Close up my ink pad. Get that out of the way. And then I have my classic label punch here that I am just going to slip this in. And I want it to be just about there. So that part is done. Move my mat out of the way. Okay, so now to color in my bunny. He is, or she, I'm just using my light pink pirouette, Stamp and Blend, just to do the inside of the ears and the nose. Then I'm using my dark crumb cake and just coloring. Because he's such a small image, I'm not going to worry about shading or anything like that. I'm just doing a quick coloring job here. So like I said, these would make a quick and fun little decoration for your Easter table. It will fit 4 of the little foiled chocolate eggs I found, or 1 of the Cadbury cream eggs. I know my husband loves the Cadbury cream eggs. They're a little too sweet for me, but I'll pick up a few for our Easter table. I also want to share any demonstrators that are on here or follow me. Anybody that is going to the Stampin' Up! On Stage local in London, Ontario on Saturday, April 7th, I am lucky enough to have been chosen to do a on-stage presentation. I have top secret, brand new product that I have been working with. So I am one of the lucky demonstrators that gets to play with brand new stuff before anybody else. And that will be unveiled on Saturday, April 7th. Right here in London, Ontario. So if you're attending that one, please come up and say hi to me. I'd love to meet you. I'm just fussy cutting out my bunny. And it's hard to cut when you're on, whoops, I just hit my camera stand. It's hard to cut when you are doing a live. I usually have my work that I'm fussy cutting out a whole lot closer to me, so trying to keep it fairly into the camera shot so that you can see. You can see that I'm turning my paper, keeping my scissors fairly straight. I'm leaving a little white edge around so that I'm not cutting into the stamped image at all. This is not my normal fussy Marcy cutting. I generally like to be a whole lot tighter and tidier. When you turn your work and you keep your scissors going, you're not taking them in and out of your project, you get a smoother line. It's not quite so jagged. So, and I can't look at comments right now, or I might cut my bunny's hand off or something, and that certainly would not be good. Okay, get rid of that and then come back in. And I went with the kisses and hugs. I, unbelievably, do not have one stamp that has the Happy Easter sentiment on it. I can't believe it that all of the stamps I have, I don't have a Happy Easter. Crazy. Okay, so this foot there is a little jagged, but you get the idea that there he is. And so to attach him, you can see on here, I've got a couple dimensionals. So what I did was, I took my little bunny and some liquid glue and put some liquid glue here. Just a little dot is all you need. And then I put him right there. And then I flip them around, because I did it this way so that I wasn't going to cut too much off. Because see there, I just snipped that off. And he's done like that. And so then I need to grab some dimensionals. And, oh, comments are finally showing up. Yes, Jenny, being an onstage presenter is very exciting. It's a little scary and intimidating to think that I'm going to be in front of 500 of my peers presenting a project, but I'm really excited. I'm happy that I went out of my comfort zone and applied, thanks to you, my sweet friend, who encouraged me. For those of you others that are watching, Jenny is my sweet friend from the United States who is always full of encouragement and kind words and is my cheerleader. And I so appreciate and love that. So my bunny is not done, because those of you who know me, I love my Wink of Stella. So the bunny's tail needs just a little bit of Wink of Stella there and a little bit on the tummy, just like that. So it really adds that little bit of glitter. So, and then Ready Shreddy comes in a big bag of 3 different colors. It's white, berry burst, and silver. And this is what it looks like. It's super fun. I've been adding it to all kinds of things. So, but before I put that in, I've got my berry burst, what is this called? Berry burst metallic edge ribbon. So I like to not waste, so I will try to tie my bows with it still on. I won't cut it off of my spool of ribbon, so that way I'm saving, because I would hate to have a bunch cut off and then not use it all, and then that's wasted if it's not enough to do another little bow. So, and then I always just grab the center to hold it so that it stays fairly snug, and then you can just play with that as need be. And then, so there, I have not wasted hardly any ribbon at all with that. So then you just tuck in your little bit of Ready Shreddy, whatever color you want. Pull out some of that. Aw, thanks, Maria. You're at work, you're sneaking, watching my video. That's fun. Okay, so this one here, this egg here that I bought was the caramel one. So then I just will tuck that in. So there we go. There is my 2 little Easter baskets. Super fun and cute. A different way to use your picnic basket framelit. And combining different stamp sets. It's always fun to take different stamp sets and put them together, the different images as to what your project is going to be, what will work with it. So there we have it. I hope you enjoyed today's product. If you're shopping in my online store, if you're Canadian, please use the host code. It allows me to send you little thank you gifts. Please share my video. I would truly appreciate that. It helps to grow my business and get more people aware of what I do. Yeah, so anyway, if there's any other questions, I'll hang on here for another minute. If not, I will say goodbye till next week. Thanks, Jenny. Yeah, it's a pretty easy item to make and does not use a lot of your product. And if you're like me and you have, when you're cutting down cardstock for different projects and you have excess, you just use the little scraps in that, make them work for you. I don't throw my scraps out. I keep them in a separate area and then just pull them out to see if it's going to fit what I need. So yes, it's very quick project. So anyway, thank you so much for stopping by today. I really appreciate it. Have a super day, and I will see you next week.